A letter! They left us letters. 17th of November, 1908. I've got that item you are looking for. I'm going to have to ask for twice my usual fee for this one. It wasn't easy to obtain, but I know how much you wanted it. I'll be by the docks at the usual time. You know the spot. Bella. Bella's a smoker. Alright, new letter. 2nd of November, 1908. Dear Sir. Okay, Professor Walker. Rupert. That's a guy. Dear Sir, I, Professor Rupert Walker, cordially invite you and your family to attend a private showing of my Museum of the Supernatural on 24th of November. The evening will begin at 8 p.m. with refreshments in the main hall. Should you choose to attend, your family will be among the first to experience the museum's many fascinating exhibits, though some are still undergoing work at this time. Please RSVP by no later than 15th of November. I hope you are able to accept my invitation, and I look forward to killing you soon.
I look forward to killing you soon.
Yours faithfully, Prof. Walker. Okay, so this is from Anne Marshall. 13th of December, 1908. Dear Prof. Walker, following last week's health and safety inspection, I am writing to inform you of the egregious health and safety oversights I have witnessed within your museum. All of these issues must be addressed before I can even consider giving you the green light to open to the public. Firstly, the elevators of the Atlantis exhibit and the planetarium must have railings, at least 3 feet tall, to prevent... Why is she turning Irish? To prevent visitors from falling from the elevator while it's in motion. While it is in motion. The same restriction applies to openings left when the elevator is not present. Applies to openings left when the elevator is not. Okay. Secondly, while I appreciate your dedication to authenticity, I cannot allow open flames in public place. As such, all torches, bonfires, and the like must be removed or replaced. Oh, open bonfires. That's awesome. Thirdly, I asked your engineer about the safety measure implemented into the various door opening mechanisms throughout the museum and was shocked to hear that there are none. These mechanisms absolutely have to be able to stop if blocked by a person or object. The same can be said for your elevators. Finally, all mazes should have clearly defined exits, or staff on hand to guide people through should they get lost. I must have gotten stuck in one of your mazes for the better part of 10 minutes. Even more troubling, though, is that I have heard rumors of one of your early guest children becoming lost in the maze for hours, and were actually locked in the museum overnight, during which he built many animatronics, and his name was Freddy. I hope you can appreciate that there's just no way I can allow the museum to open in this state. Please contact me again once these issues are fixed and we can arrange a second inspection. I look forward to giving your museum a pass next time. Yours sincerely, Anne Marshall. Oh, god damn it. Has that been there the whole time? Prof. Walker's diary. Professor. PW diary. 20th November 1908. It's finally in my hands. Bella wrote last week to inform me that she had acquired the crystal fragment I was after. Of course, knowing how much I wanted it, she saw fit to double her fee, whore. Certain that I'd pay any amount to get my hands on the artifact. Artifact? Spelling much? This shard is unlike anything I've ever seen. It looks to have been clearly cut from a much larger structure, but the material looks much too hard. Surely such a precise incision would be impossible. It's beautiful, truly magnificent. Its dull glow is soothing, hypnotic even. Now I can proudly put it on display in time for my pre-opening party next week. I do declare. Ooh, a new person. Baron Montague of Grimthorpe. Test. 25th November 1908. Dear Prof. Walker, I'm writing to thank you for the splendid evening last night. Some illicit things going on. I'm not usually one for all this supernatural nonsense, but I must say I thoroughly enjoyed my time there. The exhibits themselves were not only fascinating, were not only fascinating, but gave an odd sense of macabre. I especially admired the atmosphere you created with your sound systems. Yeah, man, that 5.1 is dope! Although he could have sprung for the 7.2. The dull drones and whispering sounds were positively eerie. I very much look forward to the grand opening and will no doubt be visiting again once your museum is fully complete. Yours sincerely, Baron Montague of Grimthorpe Pay. Another note! I get to read. Prof. Walker's Diary, 27th November 1908. I received a letter this morning from Baron Montague that has left me quite baffled. No, not that Baron actually enjoyed his time at the museum, although I must admit this also perplexes me. Rather, the Baron made mention of strange sounds that he and his wife had heard around the exhibits, and even complimented me on their inclusion. But I have no fucking knowledge of these sounds. It's unlikely that any of the workers would have included such a thing without my consent. I must investigate. And look. Okay. An Introductory Guide to Magic, page 2. Safety measures. Always have the universal counter spell prepared should anything go wrong with the casting. That's a very handy spell. Have I never heard of this spell before? The universal counterspell. The dark arts are very volatile. Every sigil used. I don't this word. Every word used must be drawn precisely and it's a symbol. Okay. Must be drawn precisely, and any outside interference from other magical signs will cause a summoning to fail, sometimes with devastating consequences. Only perform spells that you are confident you can handle. Performing a ritual when you are unsure of the steps involved is bound to lead to failure. Prof. Walker's Diary, December 7th of December, 1908. We're getting dangerously close to 1909. You know what that means. Absolutely nothing. What once had me overcome with joy now fills me with dread. The crystal shard I procured from Indiana Jones that I have cherished these last weeks seems so very different to me. Almost like it's not really glass or crystal at all. It's more of a plastic. Physically, it appears the same. I guess I was lying. But I feel I can't bear to be in its presence anymore. Like it's whispering in the back of my head. Indoctrination. What? Could it just be that I've tried... No. Could it just be that I've tired of the artifact after showing it such admiration for so long? I know. It's the relationships are always good at the beginning and then you lose the magic. That's what happens. Come on. There we go. I'm back, everybody. Welcome to the next entry of Prof. Walker's Diary. It is the 10th of December, 1908. It has taken me days to get to this next room. I received word this morning that Henry Tuner has gone missing. Good old Henry. The police dropped in to question me about Henry's sudden disappearance as he went missing shortly after the pre-opening party last week. I, of course, gave my complete cooperation, although I couldn't provide any information as to his whereabouts. I cannot help but feel partially responsible because I may have murdered him in my sleep. I'm not really sure that his disappearance was somehow connected. Prof. Walker's Diary, 22nd of December, 1908. I now have no doubt that something is amiss. How could something like this happen? 4 people have gone missing in the past month, all of whom were present at my pre-opening party. My pop. Of those who attended, only 3 remain: Amelia, James, and myself. Let's hope her last name is not Earhart, because I have a feeling I don't know how that one turns out. I fear there may be a madman targeting the museum. Perhaps some deranged killer coming after me and all that I own. I must hide the shard, someplace where no one will find it. Prof Walker's Diary, 24th of December 1908. I still have not done my Christmas shopping. I'm gonna be in trouble. I took the crystal shard down into the storage area in the basement where it could be hidden. Oh my god, do I have to go back to the basement? On the way, I discovered a loose brick in the wall. There appears to be a sizable hollowed out passage behind it. Wait, a brick and you have a whole passage behind it. Stranger still, the shard glows and resonates wildly as it approaches. Could the shard be somehow linked to this location? What does it all mean? I must see what is behind this wall. Oh, somebody new. 4th of January 1909. Dear Rupert, I have acquired the explosives. Ooh. Gonna have to do this a different way. Dear Rupert, I have acquired the explosives you asked for from Bella. As expected, she was reluctant at first, but she yielded once I explained our purpose. To blow something up! Everybody loves a good explosion, especially the ladies. She expressed an interest in joining us, and I told her that she could. I hope you don't mind, but I feel it was the only way to convince her to help. So the only way to convince her to help was to let her help because she wanted to... What? Okay. I've left the explosive with one of your servants who was instructed to place them in the storage cupboard in anticipation for tomorrow's expedition. I brought a few spare sticks should we encounter other obstacles once inside. Best wishes, John. Ooh, a letter. Prof Walker's Diary, 5th of January 1909. We have made it to another year. We've just returned from our expedition. The passage behind the wall is far vaster than first expected. The seemingly small tunnel that we uncovered led to an expansive series of caverns beneath the museum. Much to my dismay, we were unable to progress further tonight. Progress. Further tonight. The tunnel leads to a straight drop into the caverns, while the large pool of water at the bottom means it would be possible to get down unharmed. The way back out is a different story. John and Bella have returned to their homes for the night. We will continue our expedition tomorrow once we have the necessary supplies. Part of me wants to continue right now, to drop into those caverns and be the first to see the secrets that await us. Sounds like a really bad idea, which means he probably fucking did it. Alright, we'll read. Be careful when transporting the dynamite. Did I miss something? This stuff is particularly sensitive. Even the impact from dropping it could set it off. Just to be safe, we should keep a fair distance from the one carrying it. I wouldn't like to be near them in the event of an unintentional detonation. Right. You go on ahead. We'll be right up with you. We'll catch right up. Bella's journal. She's a smoker. 6th of January, 1909. My mind is playing tricks on me. Over the last day that we've been down in the dark pit, I've been seeing things that weren't there. Doorways where there are none. Strange shadowy apparitions. I've even seen John at the end of a narrow corridor, knowing full well that he was in front of me as we made our way deeper into the caverns. This darkness is suffocating. The cold confines of the stone corridors are not what I had expected of this adventure. I'm very much regretting my decision to come along. I'm not sure how much more of this I can take, and I could not hold the couldn't hold the accent. The creature defies description. It is a being seemingly composed of the void itself. While we know nothing of its origins, its methods have been made clear. Corruption, insanity, and illusion are its weapons, and it wields them masterfully. Oh. So the creature is government? This creature is not something that can be fought. Government. Perhaps, though, there is still hope. A new hope? The high priest believes that... The high priest? Okay. The high priest believes that we can forge a prison, a large crystal that... Oh, man. I see where this is going. A large crystal that the remnants of the creature's original bindings can be manipulated to once again ensnare the beast and prevent its corruption from spreading further through our world. In our arrogance, we have unleashed this evil. Of course. What? That's what we do. That's what we do. We thought ourselves the best, the most advanced of all the sentient beings, but now our mistake may cause the destruction of all the civilizations we have looked down upon. Bella's Journal, 7th of January, 1909. John and Rupert are growing paranoid. Oh man, I need to figure out a good voice for her, because I could not hold the last one. I do declare John and Rupert are growing paranoid, and I fear the effects of this place are getting to them more than myself. Yeah, I just can't do it. There's definitely something very strange going on down here. What we thought were a series of natural caverns actually appears to have been a sprawling underground city. Really? Where did you come in? Because the wall was not blown open until I did it, so... One would expect a discovery of this magnitude would have us overcome with joy, but all I feel is an overwhelming sense of dread as my companions bicker over who killed who. This is supposed to be an happy occasion. Bicker over the crystal shard like madmen. The walls are lined with strange stone tablets littered with some alien symbols. Was I onto something? Strangely, though, I've never seen this language before in my life. I can perfectly understand the text as if it were written in plain English. Oh, I put the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllables. Strangely, though I've never seen this language before in my life, I can perfectly understand the text as if it were written in plain English. One tablet warned of an ancient being blocked within a prison that took the form of a large crystal. Yeah, we read that already. Could Rupert's shard be a part of this crystal? If so, what happens when it is reunited with the rest of the crystal? Perhaps this is all in my head. All within my head. My mind playing tricks on me, but I'm sure I'd rather not find out. I might be crazy, but I don't want to know about it. Okay. The prison seems to be holding, though those in close proximity have reported hearing the creature from inside the crystal. It is clear that we are no makers. Our hastily fashioned replica of their work cannot contain the beast's influence, though its physical form is restrained and it cannot cause damage other than to the minds of those nearby. We are placing a construct to guard the prison, a sentinel. Oh boy. The sentinel's artificial nature appears to make it immune to the effects of the creature. These stone tablets are also leaving... We are also leaving as an archive of these events, and a warning to any future civilization to not disturb the crystal. The tablets have been warded so as to be unalterable by the creature's influence. The sentinel has been instructed to observe the prison and prevent any life form from approaching it. Approaching it. Blah, blah, blah. I can only hope that what we've done here will be enough. So say we all.
So say we all.
Who is this? He's been pretty badly burned, it would appear. Bella's Journal, 7th January, 1909. Was the last one? Oh, maybe. I'm sure of it now. The crystal shard is in our possession, is a fragment of the prison mentioned in those stone tablets. I came across another tablet today, one in which a being known as the Sentinel I'm reading it. Recounts the events in... Known as the Sentinel, recounts the events in which the creature was prevented from escaping its prison. The Sentinel claims to have fractured a sliver from the crystal and transported it across the world in a last-ditch effort to prevent the creature from overcoming its bonds. We can't allow the shard to be reunited. We can't? With the crystal, but Rupert and John believe me to be insane. Neither of them will listen to reason, but they themselves are consumed by madness and desire for the shard. Hey, shard. What you doing? It falls to me to take the shard away from here. Tonight I shall steal the shard from Rupert while he sleeps and make my way back to the surface where I can hide it. Yeah. How'd that turn out for you?
Sentinel's last transmission. A shard of the crystal prison is missing. The creature grows stronger. I am detecting an anomaly. My systems are failing. The crystal must be reformed immediately. Danger is imminent. Send assistance. Prof. Walker Diary. 7th of January, 1909. Bella approached John and I. So Walker is Rupert. Did I miss? I might have missed that. Someone might have said it earlier. Bella approached John and I earlier today with a stone tablet that suggests that the crystal fragment I hold in my hand is indeed a part of a larger structure, specifically a prison for an unspeakable evil referred to in the tablets only as the creature. While at one point I may have been inclined to think this the rambling of a madman or woman, this place has made me more open-minded to such statements. Bella then suggested that she take the fragment so that she may hide it, as returning it to its origin would undoubtedly unleash the beast from its bonds. Any attempt to disagree with her idea was met with hostility and false claims that the tablet warned against returning the fragment. She simply refused to believe me when I told her that the tablet said no such thing, quite the opposite, in fact. Even upon rereading the tablet herself, she insisted that she must take the crystal fragment away. I fear that Bella may not be who she appears. She had more access to the crystal fragment than anyone. Perhaps she has learned more of the crystal than we know, and is trying to run off to perform a ritual to release the beast. I must be wary. There's no telling what she might try. Including burning herself to death? Or did you do that? You murderous son of a bitch, you.